Welcome to session 8, pair of linear equations in two variables. Today in this video, let's continue to solve exercise 3.5. Exercise 3.5, we'll look at the third question. Okay? So solve the following pair of equations by substitution and cross multiplication method they have told. So the equations are 8x plus 5y is equal to 9 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. Okay, so first let's try to solve it by substitution method. So let's consider this as equation 1 and the other one as equation 2 by substitution method. Okay, by substitution method. So we will take this equation 1, express x in terms of y. As we have earlier learned, you can express either x in terms of y or y in terms of x and substitute that in the other equation given to you. So let's take the equation 1 and try to substitute x in terms of y. So from equation 1, what is x equal to? X is equal to 9 minus 5y by 8. Correct? This equation, this value of x, we will substitute in equation 2. Put x equal to 9 minus 5y by 8 in equation 2. By doing so, this equation 2 implies what? It is 3 into x. In place of x, this thing to be written. So 9 minus 5y by 8 plus 2y equal to 4. Now simplify this. 27 minus 15y by 8 plus 2y is equal to 4. So take the LCM. 27 minus 15y plus 16. 16y is equal to 32, right? Then this is equal to, when you are bringing this 32 to the other side, it is mine, and here it is plus 27 minus 32. Plus 27 minus this one is 5. Plus 27 minus 32 is minus 5, and here it is plus y. This is equal to 0, which implies y is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5. So value of y you have got. Now substitute value of y in equation 1 or 2 to get the value of x. Therefore, put y equal to 5 in equation 1. By doing so, in equation 1, what you get? 8x plus 5 into 5 equal to 9. So 8x plus 25 equal to 9, right? Therefore, what is it? 8x is equal to 9 minus 25. So 8x is equal to 16. I'll write it, continue here. 8x is equal to 16. Therefore, x is equal to 2. Minus 16. So here also it is minus 16. So x is equal to minus 2. Value of x is minus 2 and y is 5. This is by substitution method we have done. The same thing you have to do by cross multiplication method also. The same equation. Okay. Value of what we have got by substitution method, you have got x is minus 2 and y is 5. Okay. Now let's try to do it by cross multiplication method. The same equations only, the same problem itself by cross multiplication. Okay, so by cross multiplication. Cross multiplication method. So we will write down the constants and the variables, coefficients of x, y and the constants in this particular manner. What it is? B1, C1, A1, B1. B1 is 5. B1, C1. C1. It is cross multiplication method. We have to put it in the standard form of this. So I am putting it is equal to 0. This one equal to 0 in the standard form. Right? Now, what we have to do? B1, coefficient of y, B1, C1 is minus 9. Then A1, 8. Then B1, 5. Then B2, C2, A2 and it is B2. Right? Then cross multiply like this. Therefore, x by 5 minus 4 is 5 into minus 4. 5 into minus 4 is minus 20. Then this is plus 18 equal to y by minus 27 plus 32 equal to 1 by 16 minus 15. Now, which implies x by, this is minus 2 equal to y by 5, right, equal to 1 by 1. Therefore, we will take first one and the last one. X by minus 2 equal to 1 and y by 5 is equal to 1. So, cross multiply this. X is equal to minus 2 and y equal to minus 5. Right? This answer in cross multiplication we got x equal to minus 2 and y equal to 5. And in substitution also the same answer. Right? Both the methods, whichever is both methods, since they have told you to do it in both the methods, we have to do it in both the methods of this. Okay? Now, let's see the verbal problems. Fourth question. What does that fourth question say? From the pair of linear equations in the form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solution if they exist by any algebraic method. You can follow any algebraic method. That is either you can do it by substitution method or cross multiplication method or elimination method. But first thing is you have to frame the equations, form the linear equation. So what does the first problem say? A part of monthly hostel charges is fixed and the remaining depends upon the number of days one has taken food in the mess. When a student A takes food for 20 days, she has to pay rupees 1000 as hostel charges, whereas a student B who takes food for 26 days pays rupees 1180 as hostel charges. Find the fixed charge and the cost of food per day. So this hostel charge includes two types of charges. One is the fixed charge and another one is the charge of food per day. So let's take them as two variables. Let the fixed charge be x and the food per day be cost of food per day be y. And see the conditions and check them. Okay. So let fixed monthly charge be equal to rupees x. And what is the another one is, that is charge per cost of food per day and cost of food per day equal to rupees y. Fine. Then what is there according to the question? As per condition to student A, as per condition to student A, what is the equation we will get? What is that? Fixed charge is x, 20 days. So 1 day y rupees, 20 days 20 y rupees he has to pay. Total he is paying how much? 1000 rupees. Fine. This is the first condition. Equation 1. Then second, as per condition to student B. Student B, fixed charge is X and he is paying and takes food for 26 days. 26 days. So 26Y is equal to how much he is paying? He is paying 1180. This is your second equation. Now solve these two equations by any of the algebraic methods. Now I will use cross multiplication. Before solving it into cross multiplication method, we will write them in the standard form. So okay, this equation 1 in the standard form. So this will be equal to 0. This is equation 1. Then if this constant comes towards the other side, okay, this is equal to 0. Equation 2. Fine. Now we will write them. We will place their coefficients in this manner. What it is? B1. B1 is 20. B1, C1, C1, then A1, 1 and B1, same 20. Then B2, 26. Then C2, A2 and B2. Fine. Then these arrows. Okay. Therefore, now multiply them here. 20 into minus 1180. 108 into 2 gives you 23600 with a minus sign. Then plus 26,000 equal to Y by 1000 into 1 is minus 1000 plus 1180 is equal to, this is what, 1 by 26 minus 20. Fine. Right. So this is equal to X by minus 26,600 plus 23,600 plus 26,000 is 2,400 is equal to Y by 180 equal to 1 by 6. Now these two we will consider. So X by 2,400 equal to 1 by 6. This implies X is equal to 2,400 by 6. 400. X is 400. Right? X is 400. Therefore, when X is 400. Now, we will equate these two. I will do it here since there is no space. Y by 180 is equal to 1 by 6. So, Y is equal to 180 by 6. That is 30 rupees. Y. So what are those X and Y? Just see, focus. X is 400 they have said. Fixed monthly charge is X. So fixed monthly charge is 400 rupees. Right? And cost of food per day, Y value, that is 30. Cost of food per day is 30 rupees. Okay? Now, so fixed monthly charge is 400 for the hostel and cost of food per day is rupees 30. Okay, with this we will see the next statement problem. What does that second one say? A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator, and it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. Find the fraction. So when they say find the fraction, two terms are there, that is numerator and the denominator are involved in the fraction. So let's take the numerator as X, denominator to be Y. Okay. So let second part of it. Let the numerator be equal to X and denominator equal to Y. Fine. Therefore, what will be the fraction? Therefore, fraction is equal to X by Y. Then, according to the question, what is the first condition? According to the first condition question, what they say? That fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. Numerator is X. So, from this 1 is subtracted, denominator is same, then the fraction becomes 1 by 3. Now, put this in the standard form. This is your first condition, right? So cross multiply 3x minus 3 is equal to y, implies 3x minus y minus 3 equal to 0. This is your first equation. Then second one. What does it? Second one say? First condition is this. Second one, it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. Second one. So numerator is as the x only. To denominator 8 is added. So y plus 8. Then the fraction becomes 1 by 4. Right. This is the condition. Now put this also in the standard form by cross multiplying. 4x is equal to y plus 8, which implies 4x minus y minus 8 equal to 0. This is your equation 2. Now solve this equation 1 and 2 by any one of the methods. So first we did it in cross multiplication. This one we'll try with elimination. We'll write down that 3x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Then here 4x minus y minus 8 is equal to 0. Right? Now, coefficients of y are already same. Then we will add the equations. So this is plus adding. Oh, if we are going to, signs are same. So we are going to subtract this equation 2 from equation 1. So this becomes plus. This becomes also plus. Fine. Now this is minus x. This gets cancelled, minus y and plus y, and this is plus 5 equal to 0. Therefore, you get x equal to 5. Fine, x equal to 5. Now value of x is 5. Now put it in any one of the equations. Put x equal to 5 in equation 1. Then what we get? We get 3 into 5 minus y minus 3 equal to 0. 3 5s are 15 minus y minus 3, 0. 12 minus y is 0. Y equal to 12. Right, y is 12. Now what is a fraction? Therefore, fraction is equal to numerator, denominator. Numerator is 5, denominator is 12. So fraction is 5 by 12. Next. Okay. Next question now. Now let's see the third bit of it. So what it is? Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks being deducted for each incorrect answer, then Yash would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? So, Yash has answered some questions correctly and some questions wrongly. So, let's take that the number of right answers Vx and number of wrong answers to be y. So, what will be the total number of questions? Wrong answers plus right answers, whatever he has done, that is x plus y will be the total number of questions, right? So, and according to the condition, let's try to frame the equation and try to get the total number of questions. So, let number of questions answered correctly be equal to x, and number of questions answered wrong is equal to y. Okay. Therefore, total number of questions is equal to x plus y. Now let's check the condition according to the question. What are the conditions? What they have said, yes, scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer. So right answer, he has answered the questions rightly, then he is getting 3 marks. So he has answered X questions correctly. So the first condition according to the question is, he gets 3 X marks for correct answers and losing 1 mark for wrong answer. He has done Y wrong answers, losing. So it is minus 1Y. Right? Both that is equal to 40. This is your first equation. Then second condition, what it is? He had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer at 4 marks. That means total he will get 4x marks for correct answers and 2 marks deducted for wrong answer. So total minus 2y. His score would have been 50. His score would have been 50. This is your equation 2. Now solve these two to get the values of x and y. Let's try to do it by cross multiplication method. X, y, 1. Okay. So before cross multiplication, we have to be careful while writing that this is to be written in the standard form. Okay. Then here it is b1 is minus b1, c1 minus 40, a1, b1. Then b2, c2, a2, b2. Fine. Then now these arrows, therefore x upon this is 50 minus 80 is equal to y by minus 160 plus 150 equal to 1 by 3 into this minus 6 plus 4. Right? So this will be x by minus 30 equal to y by minus 10 equal to 1 by minus 2. This will imply for you, what is it? These two we are going to take up. X by minus 30 equal to 1 by minus 2 implies x is equal to 30 by 2, that is 15. X is 15. Then we will take up these two. I will do it here. Y by 10 minus 10 is equal to 1 by minus 2. Therefore, y is equal to 10 by 2, that is y is 5. Y is 5. Y is 5, x is 15. So, what is that 15 and 5? X is 15. So, number of questions he has answered correctly is 15. Right? And number of questions he has answered wrongly is 5. Correct? Because y is 5. So, what they have asked you, what is the total number? Total number of questions. Total number of questions is asked in the test is 15 plus 5, 20. So, those things to be written down. Since I am not having place here, I have concluded the problem here itself. Better to write it below this. After you find x equal to 15 and y equal to 15, write it down below that the questions answered correctly are 15 and the wrong ones are 5 and the total number of questions are 20. With this, we will move on to the next bit of it. Let's see the fourth bit. Places A and B are 100 km apart on a highway. One car starts from A and another from B at the same time. If the cars travel in the same direction at different speeds, they meet in 5 hours. If they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour, they have said. What are the speeds of the two cars? So, there are two places, say namely place A and this is place B. Two cars are at these places A and B. What they have said? They are 100 kilometers apart. This place A and B are 100 kilometers apart. Then, if the cars travel in the same direction, both the cars are traveling in the same direction. Car A and car B we will take. And what with different speed? So, we will take the speed of this car A to be x and car B to be Y. Okay. Now they travel in same direction with different speeds. We will assume that this car A is speed of car A is greater than that of speed of car B. When they are traveling in the same direction, they meet, say at point P. They meet at point P. Here at point P they meet. In how many hours? They will meet in 5 hours. This is the first condition, right? So what we can assume? Let the speed of car A be x and speed of car B be y. So what equations you will get? Let the speed of car A be equal to x kilometer per hour and the speed of car B equal to y kilometer per hour. Okay, they are meeting, both this car A and car B are meeting at point P. Now what is the distance this car A has travelled in 5 kilometer in 5 hours? It is 5 into x, right? Right, because why defined to x? Because 5 hours and speed is x. So distance is equal to what it is? Speed into time. Speed is x and time, they are meeting in 5 hours. So 5. So distance travelled in 5 hours will be 5x by car A. Distance travelled by car B will be 5y. Both of them are meeting at point. They are meeting at point P. Right. Therefore, so we can write it as the distance, and they are 100 kilometer apart. Right. Therefore, 5x minus 5y is equal to 100. Correct? The distance travelled by them the distance travelled by car A at a speed of x kilometer in 5 hours is 5x. Distance travelled by car B with a speed of y kilometer in 5 hours is 5y. The difference between their distance is 100 kilometers. Right? This is one equation. So if you take out 5 common, it will become x minus y is equal to 20. Right? This is the first equation. Then moving on to the second condition. What they have said? If they travel towards each other, this same places they have. This is 2 places are there, A and B. Okay, this car, both of them, there are 2 cars at place A and B with the speed x and y. Now both of them are traveling in the same direction. They are traveling towards the same direction. They will meet each other, say at point Q. They will meet here. When they will meet? They will meet after 1 hour. Okay. So distance between this A and B is how much? 100. So how much is the distance travelled by car A at a speed of x kilometer in 1 hour? So the distance is, it has travelled x distance, x kilometer. Similarly, what is the distance travelled by car B with a speed of y kilometer in y kilometer per hour in 1 hour? It is y. So both of them together are covering a distance of 100. So second equation is x plus y is equal to 100. So got these 2 equations. This is the equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now you can solve this in any of the methods. Like you can write it x minus y equal to 20. Then x plus y is equal to 100. Elimination is the best method here. So 2x is equal to 120. X is equal to 60. X is 60. Put x is equal to 60 in equation 1. If we put it, x is equal to 60. 60 minus y equal to 20. Minus y equal to 20 minus 60. Y is how much? Y is here minus 40 minus y. So y is 40. So x is 60 kilometer per hour and y is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. That means speed of car A is 60 kilometer per hour. Speed of car B is 40 kilometer per hour. Fine. Now let's move on to the next bit of it. These conditions you understand clearly. They are meeting at point P after 5 hours, and here they meet at point Q in 1 hour. But the distance here in the first case they are moving in the same direction, but here in the second condition they are moving in the different directions. Right? Now let's move on to the next question. Next, moving to the fifth bit of it. The area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and the breadth is increased by 3 units. Then next, that is first condition. Second one, if we increase the length by 3 units and the breadth by 2 units, the area increases by 67 square units. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. They have said. Asked, dimensions of the rectangle are length and breadth. So let's take length to be x and breadth to be y, and we'll apply the conditions of it. Okay, write down there. Let the length of rectangle of the rectangle be equal to x square units. They have said, no, they have not said whether meters or nothing. So we will also put let x units. Okay, and the breadth of the rectangle equal to y units. If length is x units and breadth is y unit, then what will be the area? Area is equal to x into y square units. Right? Now, according to the question, we'll see the first condition. First condition, what they say, first condition, the area gets reduced by 9 units if its length is decreased. Length is reduced by 5, then, and breadth is increased by 3. X plus 3 gives you the this new area. Okay, that is x minus 5 into x plus 3 is equal to old area, that is xy minus 9. Fine. Put this in the standard form. If you are this is not x, this is y, breadth, y. Right? Now you put it in the standard form. Xy, x into y, xy plus 3x minus 5y minus 15 equal to xy minus 9. So this xy gets cancelled. Then 3x minus 5y minus 15 plus 9 is equal to 0. So 3x minus 5y minus 6 is equal to 0. Then no common factor can be taken out. So let this be. This is the first equation according to the first condition. Now what is the second condition? Second condition is what they have said. Where it is, if we increase the length by 3 units, length is x, increase it by 3 units, and the breadth by 2 units. Breadth also is increased, so y plus 2. Then the area gets increased. The original area is xy, that gets increased by 67 units. Fine. Then this also put it in the standard form. Xy plus 2y 2x plus 3y plus 6 equal to xy plus 67. xy cancels. 2x plus 3y minus 61 is equal to 0. This is your second equation you have got. First one and the second. Now try, we will solve these two equations in any one of the method. Let's do it with the cross multiplication. This part I will rub it. Which are the two equations? It is 3x minus 5y minus 6 equal to 0. This is equation 1. The second equation is 2x plus 3y minus 61 equal to 0. Second equation. Okay, so put solving it in the cross multiplication method. So B1 minus 5, B1, C1, A1, B1, B2, C2, A2, B2, right? Then this arrow marks. Now therefore simplifying them, x upon this is what 61 into 5, that is plus 305 plus 18, right, is equal to y by minus 12 plus 183 equal to 1 by 9 plus 10. Right. Then simplify this, x by 323 equal to y by minus 12 plus 183 minus 12, this is here 171, right, sign is equal to 1 by 19. Fine. Then take these two, x by 323 equal to 1 by 19 implies x is equal to 323 by 19. 323 by 19. 19 into this, if you are taking 1 minute, 19 into 7 if you do, yes, it is 323, right. So 1 ones are correct, 17. X is equal to 17. Therefore 1 is x you have got. Then y by 171 equal to 1 by 19, which implies y is equal to 171 by 19. 171 by 19. If you take, it is 9. 19 nines are, right. 19 nines are 171. Therefore, what values of x you are getting? So, x is, where we got, x is equal to 17 and y is equal to 9. If you see the starting problem, what we have taken x as length. So, length is 17 units and breadth is 9 units. Now, if you, yes, you can conclude the problem by saying length of the rectangle, length of the rectangle is equal to 17 units and breadth is equal to 9 units. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.